Hello, this is Mrs. Ross, and this is a video for the Cumulative Test 9A review. I highly suggest you write down what I write down. You may even want to write the actual problems down and then how we do it. Test 9B is historically a rough one, so here we go. Number 1 says, what is the probability of rolling a prime number with one roll of the die? Okay, and this is 9A. Yes, it is. Okay. So when I roll a die, my options are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, of those, 2 is prime, 3 is prime, and 5 is prime. So the probability of a prime number is going to be 3 out of a total of 6. Then I have to reduce it. So I'm going to divide the top and bottom by 3 to get 1/2. All right, let's go to number 2. Number 2 says Amber's test scores are those. Find the mean. Now you'll want to write this down. The mean is the average. And the formula for average, we'll make this A, is the sum over how many. So when I take the sum, hold on just a second, I'm going to pause it. Okay, so what I did was I listed all the scores, and then I added them up, and I got 820. And then the how many, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my average is going to be 820, which is my sum over 10, which is 82. And that's just A. B gets kind of interesting because it's looking for median, which is equal to the middle. So I'm going to have to list my scores from the lowest to the highest in order, and then find the middle. Now, since I have 10 scores, I may have to find the middle 2 and average those. But let's see what we've got. And you might want to write all of that down. So as I go through my list, I'm going to cross them off. So let's see. My lowest one, 87, 80. 80 is my lowest. So 80, I'm going to cross that one off. 87. Okay, 87, 88, 89. So 89, 88, 87. Let's see, I have 2 90s, so 90, 90, 90, 91, and then 2 100s. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to count, since there's 10, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I get 90. It's actually like these two, I think. I get 90. So my median, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I missed something. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on just a second, people. So that's 90. That's 90. What did I miss? 95. I missed 95. See? You can always go back and check. So that's 95. That's 100. That's 100. Praise the Lord. Okay. Let me go back to my pink color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it's still 90 because they're both 90. Normally, if you were taking the median, you could add the 2 in the middle, divide by 2. You're still going to get 90. Okay. That's B. Next one, number 3. Evaluate A times B plus C if A is 0.4 and B is 2.1 and C is 0.4. So when it says evaluate, that means plug it in. Plug and chug, as we call it. Plug and chug. So A is 0.4 times B plus C. So I'm going to do B plus C. So that's 2.1 plus 0.4, which is 2.5. So it's still 0.4 times 2.5. And that's 1. And that's going to be my answer. All right, let's take a look at number 4. Remember, you can always pause this, go back, read all of the things. So 4A says second place, the second place candidate received how many more votes than the third place candidate? So let's see. First place is Yolanda. So Yolanda is in first with, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 22. So let's see who's in second. Second would be, it looks like Khan. And he has 5, 10, 15, 18. Okay, and then third place looks like Judy. And that's 5, 10, 15, 16. So it asks for the difference between second and third. So that's going to be 18 minus 16, which is 2. And that is your answer for A. B says, what fraction of the votes did Yolanda receive? To find out the fraction of the votes Yolanda received, fraction Yolanda is going to be all of Yolanda's votes over the total. So I have 3 of the 4 here. Let's see, how many did Carlos get? So Carlos got 5, 10, 14. So I'm going to add, to get the total, I'm going to add 22 plus 18 plus 16 plus 14. Plus 18 plus 16 plus 14. And I get 70. So, and then Yolanda had 22. So 22 out of 70. Now, since both of those numbers are even, I know that at the very least I can divide by 2 and I get 11 over 35. 11 is prime. We can't do anything with that. So that's going to be my answer to B. I anticipate that will be one of the most missed, unfortunately. Number 5, find the area of the rectangle whose vertices have those things. I'm going to need to get a coordinate plane paper. Hold on a sec. Okay, so this is number 5. I'm using a coordinate plane to do it. It says, find the area of the triangle whose vertices have coordinates this. One thing I do know is that the area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height, or base times height over 2. And this is actually on the poster in the room. So if you need it, you can take a look at it. The first point, we have -1, 1. So we go over -1, up 1. That's our first point. Then I have -1, 5. So I go over -1 and I go up 5. And then I have 4, 1. So I'm going to come all the way over to 4 and then 1. So I'm going to attempt to draw some straight lines. It's going to go poorly. That's my triangle. So pretty. Okay. So now I need my base and my height. So my base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my height is 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I can plug those in. 5 times 4 over 2. Always divide by 2. 20 over 2, which gives me 10 as my answer. All right, on to number 6. These are some of the most confusing ones as well. So it says, read the statement and answer the question. 3/8 of those who rode the giant gyro at the fair were euphoric. All the rest were vertiginous. So let me scroll down. I know that it's 3/8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I know that 3 of those 8s, 3/8 were, and I'm just going to put E for euphoric. And I know that the rest of them, which is 5/8, right, were V for vertiginous. Okay. What fraction of those who rode the ride were vertiginous? Well, in drawing this, I figured that out. So A, I took the total, which is 8 out of 8, minus 3 over 8, gives me 5 over 8. which is the fraction of those who are vertiginous. That's A. B, ask for the ratio of euphoric to vertiginous. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top number, so it's going to be 3 to 5. Okay? I anticipate that being a most missed as well, unfortunately. All right, where are we at here? Oh, we can do 7 right here. So it says the perimeter of the rectangle is 68 centimeters. What is the length? That's what we're looking for. And here's our rectangle. We know this is 12, and we know this is 12, right? We're looking for the length, which is here, right? So let's go ahead and write a formula. I know that 12 plus L plus L is going to be equal to 68. Well, I can go ahead and add 12 plus 12. That's 24. L plus L is equal to 68. And then to figure out what 2L is, I have to subtract 24. So I get 2L is equal to 68 minus 24, which is 44. Then to solve for L, or length, I'm going to divide by 2, and length is equal to 22. And that is my answer. All right, number 8. So it says find A, B, and C in this figure. I'm going to redraw it. If I had it on a sheet of paper, I would be marking it all up. But I have it on my computer. So I'm going to, this is C, this is B, this is A, this is a 90-degree angle, and this is 55. Okay. So what I know about this triangle, which I'm going to put in red or pink, whatever, I know that all 3 of these angles add up to 180. So I know that 55 plus 90 plus A all equal 180. So what is 55 plus 90? 55 plus 90 is 145. So I know 145 plus A is equal to 180. So to find out what A is, I'm going to subtract 145 from 180, and I get 35 degrees. So we know A. I'm going to put a square around it. We've got that. 35 degrees. Let me change colors here, and let's do B. So I know that A plus B, this right here, this straight angle right here, is equal to 180. Well, I know A. That's 35 plus B is equal to 180. And if I subtract 35, I'll get B. B is equal to 145. So far, so good. So this is 145. Next color. Now I know that angle A and angle C are the same. They're what we call vertical angles. So that means that angle C is equal to 35 as well. Or you can say, all right, I know that B plus C is equal to 180, and B is 145, plus C is 180, and if you subtract, you're going to get 35. Let me know if you have questions about that one. And then we come into some questions about going from percent, decimal, fraction, all of that fun stuff. And I can see there's going to be a part 2. So 9 says write 225% as a decimal number. So I know that when I have fraction, decimal, percent, to go from fraction to decimal, I divide. To go from decimal to percent, I multiply by 100. To go from percent to decimal, I divide by 100. And to go from decimal to fraction, I look at the place value. So I'm dividing by 100. So 225%, which is 225 divided by 100, is equal to 2.25. And that is my answer. I'm going to stop there. We'll start with 10 in the next video.